The ocean is a realm of immense mystery. It covers most of our planet. Deep beneath the waves, life thrives in incredible ways. Sunlight fades quickly as we descend. In these dark, cold waters, giants roam. Two such titans command our attention. One is a creature of myth and legend, the giant squid. Its enormous eyes peer through the perpetual twilight. The other is a highly intelligent and powerful predator, the killer whale. It is also known as the orca. Imagine these two magnificent animals meeting. A confrontation between them would be truly epic. This is a battle of stark contrasts. The giant squid is a solitary hunter of the deep. It moves with a silent, ghostly grace. Its long tentacles search for unsuspecting prey. The killer whale, however, is a social animal. It hunts in coordinated family groups or pods. These pods use complex strategies to catch their food. Both creatures are at the top of their respective food chains. They represent different pinnacles of evolution in the marine world. Their power is undeniable. Their adaptations are remarkable. What would happen if their paths crossed in the vast, unforgiving ocean? We journey into a world rarely seen by human eyes. We will explore the lives of these two incredible animals. We will look at their size and their strength. We will examine their unique habitats. How do they hunt? How do they survive the pressures of their environment? These are questions that fascinate scientists and ocean lovers alike. The deep sea holds many secrets. The lives of its inhabitants are often shrouded from our direct view. Yet, we can piece together a picture of their existence. This picture reveals creatures of astonishing capability. This essay will delve into the characteristics of both the giant squid and the killer whale. We will compare their impressive abilities. We will also look at any evidence of encounters between them. Finally, we will consider a hypothetical showdown. Which of these oceanic behemoths would likely emerge victorious? It is a question that sparks the imagination. It invites us to consider the raw power of nature. Join us as we explore this potential clash of titans. The deep ocean stage is set for an extraordinary encounter. The giant squid is a creature of legend. For centuries, sailors told tales of monstrous krakens. These beasts could supposedly pull entire ships beneath the waves. While those stories were exaggerated, the reality is still astounding. The giant squid is one of the largest living invertebrates on Earth. It inhabits the cold, dark depths of the world's oceans. It is rarely seen in its natural environment. Much of what we know comes from specimens washed ashore, or sometimes from remains found in the stomachs of sperm whales, its main predator. Measuring a giant squid is a challenge. Their soft bodies can stretch when out of water. However, scientists estimate they can reach impressive lengths. Females are generally larger than males. They can grow up to perhaps 13 meters, or about 43 feet, from the tip of their fins to the end of their two long feeding tentacles. Their mantle, the main body, can be over 2 meters long. Their eyes are enormous, the largest in the animal kingdom. They can be up to 27 centimeters or 11 inches in diameter. These huge eyes are perfectly adapted for seeing in the dim light of the deep sea. The giant squid lives at depths between 300 and 1,000 meters. Sometimes it might venture even deeper. This is the dysphotic zone or twilight zone. Very little sunlight penetrates these depths. The water pressure is immense. The temperature is consistently cold. The squid propels itself using a siphon. It draws water into its mantle cavity. Then it expels the water forcefully. This jet propulsion allows it to move surprisingly quickly. It also has 2 large fins on its mantle. These fins help with stabilization and slower movements. Its body is a reddish-brown color. This creature is a true enigma. Its elusive nature makes it difficult to study. Scientists have only recently managed to film living giant squids in their natural habitat. These glimpses are precious. They offer insights into the behavior of this deep-sea giant. The squid's body is muscular yet gelatinous in parts. This helps it cope with the extreme pressures of its environment. It is a solitary animal. It spends its life hunting and avoiding its own predators in the vast, dark expanse of the ocean's twilight zone. Its existence is a testament to life's ability to adapt to extreme conditions. The killer whale, or is a toothed whale, it belongs to the oceanic dolphin family. It is, in fact, the largest member of this family. Killer whales are easily recognizable. They have a distinctive black and white coloring. This pattern is called disruptive coloration. It helps to camouflage them in the water. It breaks up their outline, making them harder for prey to spot. Each killer whale also has a unique grey patch behind its dorsal fin. This patch is called a saddle patch. Scientists use these patches to identify individual whales. Killer whales are found in all oceans of the world. They can live in icy polar waters. They can also be found in warm equatorial seas. They are highly adaptable. Some populations are resident. This means they stay in a particular area. They often feed mainly on fish. Other populations are transient. These whales roam over wider areas. They typically hunt marine mammals such as seals, sea lions, and other whales. There are also offshore populations. These groups live far from land. They are thought to feed primarily on schools of fish and sometimes sharks. In terms of size, killer whales are formidable. Adult males are larger than females. A large male can reach lengths of up to 9.8 meters or about 32 feet. They can weigh up to 6 tons or even more. Females are slightly smaller. They typically grow to about 8.5 meters or 28 feet. Their dorsal fin is also a distinguishing feature. In males, the dorsal fin can be very tall and straight. It can reach up to 1.8 meters or 6 feet in height. In females and young whales, the dorsal fin is smaller and more curved. These powerful animals are built for speed and agility in the water. Killer whales are apex predators. This means they are at the top of the food chain. They have no natural predators, apart from humans in some circumstances. Their intelligence is remarkable. They live in complex social groups called pods. These pods are usually matrilineal. This means they are centered around the mother and her offspring. They communicate using a wide range of clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls. Different pods even have their own unique dialects. This sophisticated communication is crucial for their cooperative hunting strategies. They are truly the rulers of their marine domain. The giant squid is a formidable hunter of the deep sea. It possesses an impressive array of tools for capturing prey. Its most striking features are its 10 appendages. It has 8 arms and 2 much longer feeding tentacles. These tentacles can be shot out with incredible speed. They are used to snatch prey from a distance. Both the arms and the tentacles are lined with suckers. These suckers are not simple suction cups. Each one is ringed with sharp, serrated, chitinous teeth. These teeth help the squid to grip onto struggling prey. The suckers can leave distinctive circular scars on animals that escape. Once prey is captured by the tentacles, it is drawn towards the squid's powerful beak. This beak is located at the center of its ring of arms. It is made of chitin, similar to the material in insect exoskeletons. The beak is incredibly strong and sharp. It resembles the beak of a parrot. It is used to tear and slice flesh from its prey. Inside the beak is the radula. This is a tongue-like organ covered in rows of tiny teeth. The radula helps to shred the food further before it is swallowed. The giant squid primarily feeds on deep-sea fish and other squid species. The giant squid also possesses remarkable camouflage abilities. Its skin contains specialized pigment sacs called chromatophores. These chromatophores are surrounded by tiny muscles. By contracting and relaxing these muscles, the squid can rapidly change its skin color and pattern. This allows it to blend in with its surroundings. It can become nearly invisible in the dim light of the deep sea. This camouflage is useful for ambushing prey. It is also vital for avoiding its own predators, such as the sperm whale. The ability to disappear into the gloom is a key survival tactic. Beyond its physical weapons, the giant squid has other adaptations for hunting. Its enormous eyes provide excellent vision in low-light conditions. This helps it to detect the faint bioluminescence of potential prey, or it might spot the silhouettes of creatures moving above it. While much about its hunting behavior remains a mystery, it is likely an ambush predator. It probably waits patiently in the darkness. Then it uses a burst of speed and its long tentacles to surprise its victims. The deep sea is a challenging place to find food. The giant squid is perfectly equipped for this task. Section 5. Masters of the Marine Hunt, the Killer Whale's Strategy. Killer whales are renowned for their intelligence and sophisticated hunting techniques. These techniques vary greatly, depending on the type of prey and the specific pod. They often hunt cooperatively. This teamwork makes them incredibly effective predators. One of their most important tools is echolocation. Killer whales emit a series of clicks and listen for the echoes. These echoes bounce off objects in their environment, including prey. This allows them to see their surroundings using sound. They can locate fish or mammals even in murky water or complete darkness. It is a highly developed sensory system. When hunting fish, such as salmon or herring, killer whales employ several tactics. Some pods will herd fish into tight balls. They may use bubble nets or flashes of their white undersides to scare the fish. Once the fish are concentrated, the whales can easily feed. Another technique is carousel feeding. Whales circle a school of fish, forcing them into a dense group. Then they may stun the fish with powerful tail slaps. This makes the fish easier to catch. The coordination involved in these hunts is truly remarkable. Each whale seems to know its role for hunting marine mammals. The strategies can be even more complex and dramatic. Transient killer whales that hunt seals or sea lions often patrol coastlines. They might spy hop, lifting their heads out of the water to look for prey on ice floes or beaches. Some populations are famous for intentionally stranding themselves. They beach themselves temporarily to grab seals resting near the water's edge. This is a risky maneuver that requires great skill. Other pods have been observed creating waves to wash seals off ice floes. They work together, swimming in formation to generate a powerful surge of water. The intelligence of killer whales is evident in their ability to learn and adapt. Hunting techniques are passed down from generation to generation. Young whales learn by observing and participating with older, more experienced members of the pod. They can also develop new strategies to overcome challenges. For example, if prey becomes scarce or changes its behavior, killer whales can adjust their tactics. Their powerful bodies, keen senses, and complex social structure combine to make them one of the most formidable and successful predators in the entire ocean. They are true masters of the marine hunt. Section 6, Echoes from the Depths, Tales of Titanic Tussles. Direct confirmed observations of a battle between a giant squid and a killer whale are exceptionally rare if they exist at all. Both creatures inhabit vast and often inaccessible parts of the ocean. The giant squid lives in the deep, dark waters. Killer whales, while found in many environments, may not frequently venture into the squid's preferred abyssal zone for hunting this specific prey. However, this does not mean that encounters never happen. There is indirect evidence suggesting that these two ocean giants do occasionally cross paths, leading to potentially dramatic confrontations. The ocean depths hold many secrets. One piece of evidence comes from the bodies of killer whales themselves. Occasionally, killer whales have been found with circular scars on their skin. These scars are consistent in shape and size with the suckers found on the arms and tentacles of large squids, including potentially the giant squid. While some of these marks could come from smaller squid species, particularly large and deep scars might hint at encounters with a more formidable cephalopod opponent. These scars are like battle wounds, telling a silent story of a struggle that took place far from human eyes, in the cold, crushing pressures of the deep. Further evidence comes from examining the stomach contents of killer whales. Killer whales are opportunistic feeders. Their diet can be very diverse depending on their location and population type. While their primary prey varies, remains of squid are sometimes found. Identifying these remains down to the specific species can be challenging. Beaks are the most durable part of a squid and are often what is found. If giant squid beaks were definitively identified in killer whale stomachs, it would be strong proof of predation. However, sperm whales are the more famous predators of giant squid, so such findings in orcas might be less common. The challenge lies in documenting such an event. Filming or observing a fight between a giant squid and a killer whale in the wild would be an extraordinary feat of scientific endeavor. The deep sea is dark and vast. The encounters, if they happen, are likely swift and brutal. Perhaps the killer whale, with its powerful bite and social hunting, might attempt to prey on a giant squid if the opportunity arose, or a squid might defensively latch onto a whale. The exact nature and frequency of these interactions remain largely speculative, adding to the mystique of these magnificent creatures. Section 7, Survival in the Vast Blue Defenses and Endurance. Survival in the ocean's depths requires remarkable adaptations. The giant squid, despite its size and weaponry, is not without its vulnerabilities. Its primary known predator is the sperm whale, a creature perfectly adapted for deep dives and hunting large squid. To evade such threats, the giant squid relies on several defensive strategies. Its incredible camouflage, achieved through its chromatophores, is its first line of defense. By blending into the dark water, it can avoid detection. If spotted, it can use its jet propulsion for a rapid escape, though it may not outpace a determined sperm whale over long distances. Another key defense mechanism for the giant squid, like many other cephalopods, is its ability to produce ink. When threatened, it can eject a cloud of dark ink into the water. This ink cloud serves multiple purposes. It can act as a decoy, confusing the predator. The predator might attack the ink cloud, giving the squid precious seconds to escape. The ink may also contain compounds that irritate the predator's eyes or interfere with its sense of smell. This smoke screen is a vital tool for survival in a world where hunter can quickly become the hunted. Its soft body, while susceptible to injury, also allows it to squeeze into crevices if available. Killer whales, on the other hand, are apex predators with few natural threats. Their main challenges to survival are related to food availability and human impacts, such as pollution or habitat degradation. Their primary defense is their offense. Their size, strength, intelligence, and cooperative behavior make them formidable. A healthy adult killer whale is rarely targeted by any other marine animal. However, young, old, or sick individuals could potentially be vulnerable, perhaps to large sharks in some areas, though this is uncommon. Their social structure itself is a form of defense, as the pod protects its members. The endurance of both animals is also noteworthy. Giant squids live in a high-pressure, low-temperature environment which requires specific physiological adaptations. Their lifespan is not precisely known, but is thought to be relatively short, perhaps only a few years with rapid growth. Killer whales are long-lived mammals. Females can live for 80 to 90 years, or even longer in some cases. Males typically have shorter lifespans, around 50 to 60 years. This longevity allows for the accumulation of knowledge and experience within the pod, contributing to their continued success as a species. Section 8, the arena of giants sizing up the contenders. Let us imagine a hypothetical confrontation. A lone giant squid, perhaps measuring 10 meters from fin to tentacle tip, encounters a large male killer whale, around 8 meters long but weighing several tons. The arena is the midwater, perhaps 500 meters deep, a zone where their paths might conceivably cross. The squid has the advantage of its 10 powerful appendages, lined with toothed suckers, and its strong, sharp beak. It also has its camouflage and ink defense. Its large eyes are well suited to the dim light of this environment. It is a creature built for ambush and grappling. The killer whale, conversely, brings immense power, speed, and intelligence to this imagined fight. Its body is a streamlined torpedo, built for bursts of acceleration and agile maneuvers. Its jaws are filled with large, conical teeth designed for grasping and tearing tough prey. A single bite from a killer whale can inflict massive damage. Furthermore, the orca possesses the powerful weapon of echolocation, allowing it to track the squid's movements with precision, even if the squid tries to use camouflage or an ink cloud. The whale is also significantly more robust and heavily muscled than the comparatively softer-bodied squid. In a direct, head-on confrontation, the initial moments would be crucial. If the giant squid could get a firm grip with its tentacles, particularly around the whale's head or blowhole, it could pose a serious challenge. The suckers could inflict painful wounds, and the beak could attempt to bite. The sheer length and number of its arms could try to entangle the whale, restricting its movement. The squid's strategy would likely involve trying to immobilize or overwhelm the whale quickly, perhaps aiming for vulnerable areas like the eyes or gills, if it could discern them. However, the killer whale is not an animal easily subdued. Its skin is thick and tough, offering some protection against the squid's suckers and beak. Its immense strength would allow it to thrash powerfully, attempting to break free from any hold the squid might achieve. The whale's primary attack would be its devastating bite. It would likely try to maneuver to get its jaws around a vulnerable part of the squid, such as its mantle or head. The whale's agility in the water, honed by chasing fast-moving prey, would be a significant advantage against the squid's jet propulsion, which is fast but perhaps less maneuverable in tight turns. Section 9. The verdict declaring a deep-sea champion. Considering all the factors, size, strength, weaponry, intelligence, and known behaviors, the killer whale would most likely emerge victorious in a one-on-one encounter with a giant squid. While the giant squid is a formidable creature of the deep and certainly capable of defending itself fiercely, the killer whale possesses a combination of attributes that give it a decisive edge. The sheer power and robust build of the orca are significant advantages against the softer-bodied cephalopod. The squid's main weapons, its tentacles and beak, would struggle to inflict critical damage quickly enough. The killer whale's intelligence and hunting prowess cannot be overstated. It is an experienced predator accustomed to tackling large and challenging prey. Its echolocation would effectively nullify the squid's camouflage and make an ink defense less effective in the long run. The whale's powerful bite is designed to dispatch prey efficiently. Even if the squid managed to latch on with its tentacles, causing some injury, the whale would likely be able to endure this and maneuver to deliver a fatal blow. The squid's best chance would be a surprise attack and a quick retreat, or if it encountered a smaller or less experienced orca. This is not to diminish the giant squid. It is an incredible animal, perfectly adapted to its mysterious deep-sea realm. Against most inhabitants of the abyss, it is a fearsome predator. However, the killer whale operates at a different level of predatory capability. It is an apex hunter with a wider range of sensory inputs, greater physical power relative to its opponent's vulnerabilities, and a more versatile set of offensive tools. The evidence of scars on whales suggests encounters do happen, and the whales survive, indicating they can withstand the squid's attacks. Therefore, in this epic hypothetical showdown, our educated guess leans towards the killer whale. The ocean is full of wonders, and such battles, though rarely witnessed, highlight the raw power and incredible adaptations of its inhabitants. The giant squid would undoubtedly put up a valiant struggle, a true clash of titans, but the combination of the orca's intelligence, power, and formidable weaponry would likely prove too much for the enigmatic giant from the abyss. The king of the ocean would likely retain its crown.